Yes, Hari, the session is by default recording is happening. Okay. So, okay, let's now screen is visible, guys. Let me know that one. Can you use chat box? You can use chat box and let me know that. Yes, okay. Let's start, okay na? So as a practically in the we already created what? We already created what? Jersey application. In that, what we will do now? First, so here I don't need index.jsp, right? So I will delete it because whenever we are creating what? Whenever we are creating application, right? Web application by default index.jsp is created, right? So now here our working what? Our working. Okay. Okay, let's start. Okay, na? So now, so now web.xml, inside that web.xml is there, right? So already, so now what we will do now, we will right click on what? Project. Now, after then we will go inside that what? Build path. After then configure build path. In that configure build path, second, what is there? We will add the library. In that library, we will go inside what? Server runtime, right? In that we will select what? Apache Tomcat. Now finish it, right? Now finish and apply it and close it. After then we will get what? Working package. Inside that what? Our application. Now, so next what we will do now, we will open that pom.xml, right? In that pom.xml again we will go on what? Chrome. Means any browser, not a Chrome only, right? So in that, so we are going to start work on what? Java 1.8, right? So we have need what? That dependency, Maven compiler plugging dependency, right? In the first one only, from here to here, right? From here to here, we will copy this tag, right? We will copy this tag inside again. What we will put it in the pom.xml. After then I explained what? Three dependency, right? So if we want to work on what? Java Jersey 2.x, we have need what? Three dependency. First one is Jersey container, right? Jersey container servlet. So let's search it, right? Jersey container servlet Maven dependency. Maven dependency, right? So Maven dependency, we will go not a core, right? No need core. Container, servlet container. First one, see, Jersey container is there, first one, right? No need core and HTTP other things. Just we have need what? Jersey container servlet, first one. And we will select any, right? So now copy this one and paste inside what? Dependencies tag is there in the side, that dependencies tag, right? So another one more, which one is Jax RS JSON provider, right? So let's search is that dependency also. Jersey Jax RS JSON, which one? JSON provider, right? Maven dependency. Now again this dependency also, what we will do now, we will paste here, right? That dependency also we will paste it. Again one more dependency, which one? Jackson annotations, right? So let's search that one also. Now pasted, right? So whatever dependency we have, need to develop what? 2.x version restful, right? All dependency and all environment we set up. Now next what we will do, now we will click on, right click on what? Project. We will go inside Maven dependency, right? We will update it, that project, and we will select force update snapshot and okay. So see here 1.5 version now, after updation 9, which one? 9, sorry, 1.8 version is came, right? After then whatever dependency we have need to work on, that all dependency came inside what? Maven dependency folder, right? So let's develop one normal application and we just see hello, any message we will see on what? We will see on what? Our console, right? Means our browser. So just in the previous session, so now what we will do now, just here inside that we will create what? One, our own application, right? So just I'm taking what? com.rk.provider, provider, right? So here message, I'm taking what? Message provider. Now finish it, right? This is our what? Class name, right? So before developing first, but first we have need to develop this class, right? So just step to step, let's understand what? Step to step, right? So let's start what? Let's start this. Just I wrote what? Our own class, right? Our own resource here, right? Just we wrote what? Our own resource. So now let's configure in what? Web.xml. First we will see what is the configuration of what? What is the configuration of what? Web.xml. Inside that web.xml. So let's open that sorry, I'm opening form.xml. So let's open that, right? So where yeah, in the main web app, web inf, let's open it, right? So let's open it now, open it here. So servlet, right? Whatever I explained here, guys, see whatever I explained here, those things I'm going to write here. Now I will give the steps also, right? So how we can write it as a simple way, right? So now servlet, in that servlet name, just I'm taking what? Test, right? Just I'm taking what? Test. After then another one is what? I'm taking that servlet class, right? In that servlet class I said that na, ki that is the different package name. So what we can, we will take alt shift t, right? Alt shift t. Inside that again we will search it, what? Servlet container. But previously we are taking from the another place, right? Like because here I'm not kept that dependency, because of that I'm not getting. See here org.glassfish.jersey.servlet, this package. Now click on that, right? Now click on that and copy this class name and paste here, right? And paste here. After then pasting, after pasting that, what we will do now, again we will go on what? Top. We will go on the top and we will copy this fully package name, right? Fully package name, copy that and paste it here, right? copy that and paste it here. Now see, this is what, now whatever org glassfish jersey servlet container, right? See here, org glassfish jersey servlet container, right? Whatever class name I wrote, that is the correct, right, in the web.xml, right? Again, next what we will do now, we will configure init parameter. So let's take what, in the application, in servlet tag only, right, not outside, in the servlet tag only, let's see init, right, init param, right, init param. Inside that init param, what we will take, parameter name, another one is what, another one is param value, right? We will take what, two things, right? But is here, inside that glassfish people is given the package, right? That package we will configure, right? Like jersey jersey config jersey config jersey config server provider package, packages, right? So this is inside that. Again, see, we will go, we write that our provider, right? So we will copy this package, and in that value, right, in that value here, yeah, we will go inside that web.xml, right? In that param value is there, right? Inside that we will paste that package, right? So after placing that package name, after, then what we will do now, we will enable load on startup, right? After we will enable where, in load on startup, in the out of what, init parameter, right? So load on startup, just I'm giving what first. So see, the configuration is completed now. Okay, second one is what, servlet mapping. Inside that servlet name is there, right? So what is that test, I took test, right? Inside that, again what we will do now, again url pattern /rest star, right? So like this, our configuration is completed on what, web.xml 2.x. So now let's, in the how we are writing the previously, same like we will write here, right? So @path, right, @path, @path. Inside that what, just I'm taking what, home, just I'm taking what, home. After, then I'm writing one method, then that method return what, just hello, right? Public string, so message, right? So message, right, return hello, just I'm returning what, hello. Just I'm returning hello. So just I will make the get request, right? So because of that, I'm taking what, get annotation. After, then here also path message, just I'm taking what, message here, right? So after, then let's make the request, and we will see that we are getting the output or not on the what, browser. So let's run this application. Now just I'm copying the URL, I'm sending the request from home, the Chrome browser, rest slash home slash msg, Now, yeah, we are getting what? We are getting internal some problem. We are getting what is that? Illegal injection manager factory not found. Why we are illegal injection manager not found? Okay, let's see on the console. 1 minute, guys. Be patient, right? Jersey HK2 version. I think based on this dependency, we got it right here. H2 HK is there or not? Oh, yeah. That dependency, no, yeah. Actually, HK dependency is not came here because of that, right? We are getting because of that what HK injection is not happening, right? So 1 minute based on this dependency only advanced list. No need this one. I think little bit the version because of version. Here I use 2.x. Jersey servlet container is there. Provider is there. Invitation is there, right? 1 minute is checking our patience only, right? Yeah. Hello, Ravikant. We got it right. So little bit, in what I did, just I did what normally in the C come inside that in the pom.xml I used it, right. Pom.xml. Why we are getting that error, right? That error I got because of by seeing the error. See, this is called, guys, experience, right? This is called experience. The whatever I got because of that. Here, see, Jersey servlet container I am using what lowest 2.6 is there, right? So 2 point, I think I used in the previous application 1.6, right? And here this one also I used what in this one also I used what lower version. Because of that I got what I'm not getting in the class path, right? In the class path, what these two dependency h2 api see on the browser, right? h2 api, just if you not get right, just search on that based on that error on the browser, right? Stack overflow will give clear picture and copy that dependency, right? Explicitly whatever dependency you kept inside that, you kept it, right? If you get the that problem, right? That problem, which problem? Jersey stop working injection manager factory, right? So then just put that what error on browser, and you will get the dependency. That dependency you have put inside what, form.xml. Otherwise you have to use what these three dependency, but in the previous dependency I use what lower version. Because of that I'm not getting what these two, right? h2 and h2 api and hk, sorry, hk2 api and hk2 util the and h2 hk2 locator. These three dependency. Because of that we are getting what the problem, and we are not getting what result on what on the browser, right? So like this what we are doing, that based on that, this is what the thing is same, but in the industry some concept introduce, right? Some concept introduce inside that what 2.x, right? 2.x jersey 2.x. Because of that just I gave the workflow, right? What is the how we will configure that what front controller in the web.xml, and we have need what increase what init parameter and load on startup also, right? So because of that, so just nothing. If load on startup, if we remove, let's see, remove, if we remove load on startup, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Just when we will make the request, right? Based on the, but the in the here what here only one single application is there, right? But in the real time multiple resources, mean the multiple rest api is there. At that time we are facing the issue. If we are not enabling load on startup, here we will not get any problem, we will not get it, right? Let's see that I remove that load on startup, right? But the in real time multiple what rest endpoint is there, right? So that time we must use what which api we will give the first priority based on the numbering, right? 1 2 3, our container is what instantiating those classes, right? So now we will not get, we will get the result, right? See, this is our what url is there, right? Again what we will do now, here let's paste it and enter it, we will get it. But based on the first request, right? See, it's taking the time, right? It's taking the time based on the first request, right? First what's happening, request is going to what web server, right? Web server means our tomcat is there, we are using tomcat, right? So first request is going what web server. After then in that web server it's recognizing what web.xml and creating what metadata, right? Metadata about what front controller. And after then instantiation is taking, because of that for making the first request, based on the first request is taking the time, right? So because of that, if we enable load on a startup, right? If we enable load on a startup, see, if we enable load on a startup, right? Just we will take it what first. Now what we will do now, we will get suddenly result, right? So the timing will reduce, and instances, and if timing little bit, our application performance will be increased, right? So what is the like whenever we are developing what layered application, always controller we are making as what load on startup, we are using what load on startup. Now make the request, we get hello just now, right? So now if you want to see another place, you can see it, right? Here just see hello, we got it, right? So because of that we are enabling what load on startup to reduce what first request timing. So after then like this we are what working on that what these three dependency we have need to work on what 2.x. And now this is the workflow. So next let's understand what next discussion, right? So next discussion, what at the rate parameter. In the previous session we already learned, right? In the previous session, now the things is started. Now I'm going to make things as a little bit critical, right? So whatever usage is there, these things I will use in the what 2.x security, right? Security concept. Because of that I'm going to explain it. Please listen the carefully, right? So so in the previous session, right, in the previous session we learn, right, the parameter, right? Parameterize parameter. What parameter? First we learn what? Query parameter. Query parameter. Second we learn what? Second we learn what? Matrix. Second we learn what? Matrix parameter. After then we learn what? Path parameter. Path parameter. After then we learn what? Third. Fourth. After then we learn what? Form parameter. Form parameter. After then we learn what? Fifth. Fifth one we learn what? Path form parameter. Header head parameter, right? Head parameter. So after then these parameter we learn in what? And these parameter is introduced in what? Jersey 1.x version. Now I'm going to I'm going to explain today, right? I'm going to sixth parameter, right? Sixth parameter which is introduced inside what? 2.x version, right? Which one is introduced in what? 2.x Jersey 2.x implementation, and why we will use, and what is the benefit is there. Everything I will explain here, and I will show as a practically also, right? So now here I'm going to what? Bean parameter. Now here I'm going to explain what. So based on these parameter, right, the annotation also we used. Which annotation? At the rate query param, right? At the rate query param. Again for matrix, at the rate matrix param. Don't worry, I will use here also, but a little bit different. Ways different here, right? So the code will reduce, because there we are writing long code. Here we will write 1 and 2 line code only, and we will see the result, right? Because of that we are using what? Bean parameter, right? So now path param. Now path param. Second one is what? Now form param. Form param, right? Second one is what? Head param. Second one is what? Head param, right? So same like this is what? 2.x, right? 2.x version annotation is what? Bean param, right? So now let's understand the bean parameter, right? What is the use of bean parameter, and why we are developing, and why we are using, right? So in that, I think you people is remember that, right? Whenever we are passing the another parameter, right, we are taking as an argument inside what? Our resource endpoint. For example, like we have the what? Class, right? Like we have what? Class. Like we have, again 10 minutes. Yeah, like we have what? Class, public class. Inside that public class, inside that what? We are taking, just we are making that yeah, inside that whenever we are taking from the input means browser, from the browser any input, right? Or any data from the client, any data, right? So public, like just I'm taking a public string, right? So data, right? So in that what we are doing, that if we want to need, right, so to take the input, right, from what? Client. So what we are doing, that this argument, this method argument, inside that method argument, what we are doing, that just like, for example, at the rate just I'm taking what path parameter, right? Path param, right? Path param, inside that what we are taking, just inside that what, just we are taking id, right? Id again we are taking like the int what id, emp, just I'm taking id, right? Again second one is what, again if we send the data from client to what, at the rate name, right? At the rate path, at the rate path, again what we will take now, name, right? Name again string, right? String emp name, right? Again what we will take, emp name. Now again second one is right, at the rate path, right? At the rate path param, at the rate path param, right? Now I'm taking what, emp salary, emp sal, right? Sal, now double emp cell, right? Like this we are, so how many data, how many data, right? How many data we are sending from the client, right? From the client as a what, as a what argumented, right? Those many what we are taking here input, right? Based on the 1 point jersey 1.x version, right? So because of that, keeping these things in the mind, right? Keeping these things in the mind, so jersey people said that no need, right? No need, just write a bean class, right? Like how, just like bean class, right? Public. So they removed these things, right? So in the previous, right? In the previous version, what, 1.x version, right? 1.x jersey 1.x version, we are writing like this input, right? But in the what, in the 1.1 1 point what 2 version onward, right? We will write, how we will write, let's see that, like employee class is there, right? Employee, public class employee, right? Public class employee, in that public class, in this is the what, being entity class, right? This is the entity class. Inside that what, private, we are writing how, private int emp id, right? Emp id, again private string emp name, right? Again private double emp cell, right? Emp cell. So what we will do now, so this is what, this is our emp data, right? Emp data. So no need, just whatever your entity is there, right? Entity class is there. What jersey people is said, whatever your entity class is there, just write it and use in the what, use in our endpoint, means resource, right? So inside resource, how you will use it, right? So just do it like this is what, take that class, take that class here, right? Just I'm taking here only, take that class and paste it, sorry. So just take that class, so just take that class and what you will do, so just do, so in that just write like this, right? In that argument, right? In that argument, just like at the rate bean param employee and e, like just take like this, we will take all those things, front controller will take all those things, right? All those things, and we will return the data in the json or xml format, right? So see in the 2.x version, see in the 2 point, and we will return back what, again what we will do now, return this emp, right? Emp, and by default what will happen, by default what will happen, this data will return back was in the JSON and the XML format. See, in the previous version, we are taking each and everything as a argument input, right? Based on this what parameter. But in the 1.2.x version onward, what just we are using we are creating that class as an entity class, and that class, this class name, we are passing inside that argument using what at the rate b annotation, and the code is reduced or not. So burden, developer burden is reduced or not, and a little bit based on this annotation our application performance also will increase, right? So see, whenever we are writing the code, we have need to keep them always in the mind, right? Because our code, right, whenever we are developing that code, performance also need, right? Whenever QA will test, they will, test the performance also, right? If performance is not good, your application, that is not acceptable, your manager will reject that code. You have to analyze like this code to write in the less amount of code, and the performance will be good, right? So these things we have need to analyze, and we have need to develop in the real scenario, right? So now again I will use what again, let's develop one application, and we will use that query parameter, right? That query parameter. So we know that how many way we can make the request at the query parameter we will make in the what, here we will use what, if we make the request as what query parameter, so what we will take. So if we make the request as what query parameter, so we have need to take as an argument in the browser only, means client side only, right? So how we will make that request, let's see that, right? So if we are using, why I am explaining, I already explained because some people are new here, right? So I have need. So if we make the request as a query, right? So question mark, how query parameter, query param, question mark, right? Here we will use what question mark, after then whatever argument, right? emp id is there equal to, right? emp id equal to what, just I'm taking what 5, and what, and what emp name, right? emp name equal to what, just Ravi, I'm taking what Ravi, and what second one is what, second one is emp sal, right? emp sal equal to what, just 30, just I'm taking, this is what query parameter, from here to here, what this is called, what query parameter. Same like what is the, if we want to send the data as what parameter, right? Matrix parameter. So we will use what, this symbol, right? We will use this symbol, then our front controller will treat as this argument as what query parameter. So here just we are taking, right, just we are taking here what, everything will be same, just what we will do now here, just we will use what, this symbol, compared to what query parameter, what matrix parameter performance is a little bit high, right? So same like path parameter, how we will use that, but path parameter, whenever we are using what path parameter is different, right? So if we use right path parameter, so how we will send the data, so just we will send like this only, right? But that is what means our front controller will treat as what path parameter, emp id, right? emp id, just in the path parameter we will send what data only, right? 101 slash Ravi slash what, Ravi slash what 30, right? 30, like this is, then the path parameter and the form parameter onward, you people is know that, right? We are sending the data as a key and a value format, so I can't explain in the, because based on the what URL we can make what only get a type request, right?